Welcome back to Montreal, Quebec. We're at halftime, looking at some of the stats. What jumps out at you?
Well, not too many goal attempts, only 5 goal attempts, but 2 goals, and most of the stats have been in the cards there, with the 1 red and 3 yellow. Free kick by Patrick Legoub, controversial penalty kick, and it puts the Impact ahead. And a long TT ball misplayed by the Montreal defense, and credit to Paul. Starting us past Greg Sutton.
We did have one sub at half. David Lara comes in for Lars Lissan. Lissan had a good first half. David Lara, who won a championship in Milwaukee a couple of years ago, comes in. To see if he can keep his team alive here in the second half. Syracuse down to 45 minutes, down 2 goals in the aggregate. Hard foul to start the second half as Jonathan Steele with the slide tackle.
Jonathan Steele joining the Salty Dogs here from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Over home in England, and not surprising because Ryan Calloway is from Birmingham, from the Midlands part of England, so he knows players from that part of the country.
There's Grande Biello, open inside the penalty area, doesn't look to shoot though. Crosses it to the backside to Bailey, who keeps it alive. Lloyd Barker, first half sub, back to Bailey. Nice piece of dribbling by Bailey inside the penalty area. Step over. Still has it, but runs out of room for the goal kick. This portion of the broadcast is being brought to you by Umbro. Wherever there is soccer, there is Umbro.
An interesting story with Joel-John Bailey. He joined the club from the indoor leagues. He played for the Cleveland Force with Nevio Pizzolito in the winter months last year. And Nevio said to Nick DeSantis, if you're looking for a striker, well, I might just have one of my teammates with MISL.
Capuna Lowe, the lone goal scorer for Syracuse, dropped back. He's on the back line. You get the feeling he'll continue to push forward again. And Syracuse needing at least 2 goals to force an overtime here in this second of 2-game series. Here's Steele from Montreal. Biello defending, forces him outside.
Talked at the start of the game about the importance of these little 1v1 battles, and usually the team that wins the 1v1 battles wins the war. And it's been at times a little bit of a war this game with some of the physical contests and of course the expulsion of Scott Schweitzer.
Look at Syracuse, they're really going to need some goals from different sources as well. You talked about some of the visa problems that Syracuse had with some players coming into the game tonight. They're actually missing 3 of their top 6 scorers. Shaba Karakis did not make the trip, visa problems. Here comes Montreal. Good defending, getting back is Jonathan Steele.
One's really been missed by the Mauro Carabajal. 9 goals and 1 assist in only 499 minutes of playing time. He certainly has been missed by this squad.
They also 3 goals and 3 assists, 6 leading scores. So really not the weapons you want sitting at home watching this game, but well, they did score from an unlikely source. Still time left in this one. Syracuse playing down a man after the Scotty Schweitzer first half red card. Here's Mayer. Good possession. Steele tracks this one down, keeps it alive. He's going to try and go one-on-one. Great stand-up defense, that time by Adam Braz. Steele gets between his defenders, gets inside, but nobody home right there. About 10 Montreal Impact players, and that's not who you want to cross it to. Ross heads that one inside. Pizzolito cleans it up to Barker. Back to Nevio Pizzolito. Montreal definitely wants to establish some control here in this early going in the second half. The longer they can keep the score as it is, the more they'll knock the wind out of the sails of the Syracuse team, who really just did not die in that first half. It looked like anything that could go wrong did go wrong. They found a way to tie it up before half.
minutes leading up to half-time, they certainly tried to get back into the game and had the one good chance that was well saved by Sutton.
They'll do it for Grants. Grants can shoot from there. Gets it inside. Looked like he was trying to cross that backside to Bailey. Steele clears it out. Only as far as Gabe Gervais. They'll do it to Grande. Parker with lots of room in front of him.
All Montreal have to do is just keep possession of the ball. There's only one ball in the game. If you've got possession, the other team can't score. And they shouldn't be too concerned in going forward and exposing themselves in the back.
You're talking about Gervais. Looked to go forward, didn't really need to there, and picked off by Syracuse. As Anthony Mayer is going to go 1-on-3. That time foul called on Pizzolito, and referee Jose Faria said the ball was still moving there. They'll make them do that one again. As Montreal will look to go to the bench again. Chris Williams coming in for Gabe Gervais, who really needs a rest after being called up midweek for the Canadian national team. Gervais out in the 51st minute.
Yeah, remarkable week for Gabe Gervais, playing in the playoff game against Rochester on the Sunday, flying down to Costa Rica on the Monday, playing in a World Cup qualifying game. He played a whole game on Wednesday night, traveling back on Thursday, playing in Syracuse on Friday. I even get tired talking about that.
Chris Williams did play all 90 minutes in Syracuse. Wow. Jonathan Steele. Looked like maybe a tug on the jersey right there. But no call. Syracuse does not get the PK. What do you think?
Well, you look at the situation and what went on with regards to the goal, penalty kick by Montreal, and that was the same. But the thing is, where was the positioning of the referee? And it's always in the opinion of the referee. Now look at the positional play of the referees. Can he see what we see? We have the replays. David Bolton, our producer, brings them up so quickly, and we can see what's happened. But he's down at ground level. He could be obscured by other players we don't know, and it's in the opinion of the referee that counts. But certainly, it has been tough for Syracuse today with that opening goal. But they're still in this game, and there's still some challenge for these battles. The game is not over by a long way.
Syracuse will not get many opportunities in the second half as Montreal put the fort up. So any good looks they've got, they will have to convert on it to have any chance as that one goes out. 53rd minute, 1-1 here in game 2. 3-1 in the series. Montreal again wearing the all-black. Syracuse with the white jerseys, playing down a man. After the captain for Syracuse, Scotty Schweitzer, called for the red card. Hard foul.
And Montreal feeling that the black jerseys are lucky jerseys, strong colours, and that's what the coaching staff felt is why they wanted to wear black today. And also Syracuse, they are there looking. The night before every away game, Murray Calloway takes them out for a meal and buys them all a glass of red wine. And he reckons it's one of the key factors in why they've gone 7-0-1 and unbeaten in 8 games away from home.
I reckon that'll do something for you. Here it is. Big shot. The shot with the save. The momentum knocked him back in the goal, but he kept the ball out. That's why he's the goalkeeper of the year right there. Right position at the right time. And that is an absolute huge save. Really didn't have to go either direction. Still a great cross.
John, it's a great point-blank range, the header. And it stuck, you know, a tremendous reaction save by Greg Sutton. And it just been one side or the other, that would have been a second Syracuse goal.
You know that header was coming in with some authority when you're 6'6" and you get knocked backwards. Greg Sutton always looks composed, looks like he's in control of the game. And the leader back on his team is going to have another substitution for Montreal. Freddie Commodore comes in.
And a little bit of pace here with fast Freddie Commodore. 9 goals, 1 assist in the league and playoffs. And certainly he's added a lot. And he will add a lot up front because he's very mobile and quick.
Montreal is Bailey, who did very well possessing the ball up top, holding on to it, checks out. Talked moments ago about not getting many opportunities for Syracuse. They will have to convert on ones they got. That was a great attempt over the head. Here are the Impact coming back Nobody on the backside.
It's one of the things, you look at the impact, yes, we talk about the defending, but they really have their problems converting the chances. They only scored 40 goals in 31 games leading in the playoffs. A lot of games where they scored just one goal. 19 of the 31 games they've won it or scored one goal or less. Of course, they've got 22 out of the last 31 games of shutouts, but they do have that problem. They don't score many goals. The City found out they scored 2 in 2 games and one of those games 2-1.
Foul on Ryan Mack as he tried to break through the ball. Pushed on Adam Raz on the play. Good call by the official.
The physical aspect, just a little push in the back. But every Syracuse player really working. They're still keeping the 3 at the back, and they've got 4 now across the midfield, and keeping 2 players up front.
Sutton again will take his time getting this ball back into play. Again, the advantage heavily in their favor with the 2-goal aggregate lead. And with the man advantage. This is goal for Syracuse. Nice clearance. And he pulled it in. For Syracuse. Maybe could have been an advantage call for Syracuse, but they keep possession. Lara goes down. Great splitting the 2 defenders there from David Lara, the big mid-grade for Syracuse. Played in the back for Milwaukee. Going to go forward here. Bodies collide for Syracuse. They keep possession. Here's Long. Moving forward. Steele turns the corner. Oh, just missed it. Great first touch from Jonathan Steele has really been a spark for this team. Coming in mid-season, only playing 9 games in the regular season. Walking the tightrope right here.
That's a good expression to use, Steve. We're working the time. Just too far ahead and he went out. But he's certainly done a lot of work on his left side. And there again, another quality ball in by Ian Wall. You know, he's got such a talented left foot with his passing skills. He's almost putting on a clinic against us today with how to pass the ball long and short.
Here's how not to pass the ball is Boston. Clears it right up the middle to Montreal. Sandro Grande with it. He's got some room in front. Gets it to Roberto. 3 in the penalty area. Cut back. Still is Roberto. See? Waiting up. Zay Roberto draws another foul. Zay Roberto keeps the ball very close to him. Weaves in and out of players and just frustrates the opposing team. Now it's Syracuse thoroughly frustrated right now.
He's going to get no Christmas cards from the Syracuse Fighter Dogs this winter, because you know, he likes to get his body in front of the players. He shields the ball, and players just want to keep nibbling away and challenging from behind. In those kind of situations, if the players shielding the ball, then just hold your ground, stay on your feet. But players dive in, give him a free kick, and Sandro Grande is taking free kicks. So look out.
He's got a long ball from outside. I doubt this is shooting range. Give it to the backside. Through to Vieira. Gives it to Williams. That's to the big side. Pounder out to the header. 3. Save that time by Foss. They didn't have to make many saves, but that time they kept this team alive as he ran on the angle.
Yeah, she almost seemed to leave his foot. He's running there. The ball is deep. Knocked back across the goal by Freddie Condor. Byron Foss got back on his feet very quickly and blocked the ball there by Lisa Brango. Excellent goalkeeping by the Salty Dogs team.
Not very pretty, actually slipped, but he got the kick save there. That is definitely going in. Here's Montreal. Down and just over. The only player going for the ball that time. Montreal is Brango. just saved moments before. Just headed this one over, but the ball deflected onto the corner of Montreal.
And again, the ball played in, Springo got in front of his defender, heads the ball down. Howard doesn't go.
Another one. Let's try it again. So Colossus with two big saves. And Warriors are going. They're going to have fun out there. What? Montreal wins it again.
And also Gilberto, you would think a little guy like him would not score goals, but last season he scored 6 goals, all on headers. And I remember one marvellous goal he scored against the Lynx in Toronto. But he hasn't been as successful this season. But there's a few smiling faces on the Impact players at the moment, but it's not over yet.
Here he is, David Lora with the ball. Picked off that time by Syracuse. And here's Steele again with some room. What can he do here? And a hot player for Syracuse gets inside the Bear. Picks it off. Outside the 30 Commodores, he's going to slow it down. So Patrick Leduc is the goal scorer for Montreal. Cross to the backside. Now Fox has to be able to song a little bit. He won on that one, but is able to really keep it.
The confidence to catch the ball one-handed with the goalkeeper that played for Northern Ireland and Tottenham for many years, Pat Jennings, and he used to specialise in just picking the ball out of the air with one hand, great pair of hands, and I'm sure he was doing that for a long time before Byron Foster was born. But to say it's nicely balanced because Syracuse are certainly pushing players forward, they're still working hard for one another, and they have not given up.
Flag goes up that time. We either have an offside call, which Anthony Mayer was in the offside position. We got a little line going out over the top line. It is Chris Foley coming in the game for Syracuse. They're playing the line. That was the first sub of the game. For Syracuse, he came on for Michelle Millwood early in the game. So Mackey's now out. Now looked like he took a shot to the ankle. Not more of an injury sub, but something Roy Calloway, I'm sure, did not want to have to do anytime you bring a player in. As a sub, you want them to finish out. Mack with the injury comes out. Roll with a nice steal against David Lara. Burst of speed up to Merritt. Merritt holds it for long. The numbers are back for Montreal. But a giveaway. All hit it inside, but no one there. Here's David Lara again. Hard tackle. David Lara went in that time. It looked like he got the spikes up as well. And Chris Foley checks into the game. 24 games he played during the regular season. Comes in for Ryan Mack. And again, he was the sub earlier, but took that shot to the ankle and is now out.
Chris Foley,
Talk about a shot to the ankle. There's another one right there. Browns goes down.
the clinics will be busy tomorrow with a few bruised bodies.
Well, one team will have plenty of time. This one's well, the other one will have to prepare for the championship. Have to wrestle his injuries quickly. Here's the other. Trying to tee it up, gets it outside to Leduc. Closed down nicely that time by Steele. Montreal corner, and Nick DeSantis still working the bench. He's not relaxed yet.
Not relaxed. He's done a marvelous job. With his coaching debut this year, he was assistant to coach last year at Bosnia, and he's really learned his lessons and put them to good use this year.
Here's Sandro Grande. Nice looking low cross set piece here. Yellow. Back to Grande. Inside. Tim O'Neill picks up the Williams ball, but slows down quickly that time by Williams.
Yeah, he doesn't see the makes in the game. So we've had 2 in this game. It's usually a little game that you have in training in the 5-a-side competition to see who win the nutmeg competition. And
again, no points for that. They might be winning the corners and the nutmeg, but I'm sure they give it up in a heartbeat for a couple more goals. Here's Durango. Well to control it. Ready Commodore. Loses it out over the touchline.
He complements Eddie Durango well. Both of them are very mobile, and against a flat back 3, they can cause problems with the kind of runs they're making. A good signing from the Rochester 18 Rhinos is a good fast Freddie Commodore.
Yale seems to find open areas on the field, gets the ball again. Here's Roberto. Well, run it. Tries to tee that one up. Roberto, though, got the ball, went down, was able to get up in time, knocked down again, and they play on.
He needs his pilot's license at times everywhere because he's almost jumping before the player makes contact, but there, Sander Grande not too happy with the final attempt. He's got a very good shot, he gives you a little delay there, leaning back, and the shot went over the top.
Mayer being defended by Roberto, gets it into O'Neill. O'Neill tries to get the near post cross, Sutton there, even with it. Pick it up.
Again, Novus to put the ball back into play. He's got some booming clearances. The left is the opening goal by the Impact in Syracuse. There's a long, deep clearance which was displayed by the Syracuse defense and resulted in the opening goal by
Now the man advantage that Montreal has is becoming more evident because there's a lot more room on the field right now for the Impact. They're really just waiting to go forward. Entry pass picked off.
We talk about fair play in the game of soccer and sort of respecting your opponents. There hasn't been too much respect, to be quite honest with these two teams today. Both 2 very competitive teams and another substitution.
Chris Dorey will come in the game for Johnson Steele. Johnson Steele had an excellent 68 minutes here. The crowd is active.
Tactics everywhere. He's over on the far side, getting the fans going, and now he's over on the stand side. Very popular match for the Montreal Impact.
Here's Hall, the flag goes up. Ryan Hall trying to sneak in the backside, flag went up immediately. Offside call on Syracuse. Again, that sub hit. Rory Callaway bringing in Chris Dorey. Dorey with 3 goals, 6 assists on the season. Comes in for Jonathan Steele. Steele had a great game getting forward, but Chris Dorey now, you really got to turn the afterburners here and start going forward and make something happen for your team. Syracuse 1 out of time in their season. 1-1 in the game, down 3-1 in the aggregate. Forward. Chris behind the plays. Chris Furley goes down. This is an opportunity now for Syracuse, a dead ball situation. They've got to start taking chances. This is a time they can push the players forward, get some numbers in the area, see what they do. Oh, gets it inside. Lars there. Syracuse going to keep it back to Furley. Furley gets it inside.
What they're hoping for there is getting that ball into the penalty area and getting the second ball. The ball is played and still is in play near to the goal or getting the knockdowns and hoping to get an attempt on goal, but the final attempt is not working at the present time, but it's certainly not through a lack of effort by the Saltados.
Yeah, it's a point-blank header that they had maybe 10 minutes with Sutton say you get the feeling they're not going to be able to score from the head from 10 yards out like that last one. They're going to have to run in on the ground and it's some sort of low cross to be or a mental mistake at the back like caused the first goal.
And you look at the two saves that Temps made, key saves in key times of the game.
Here's Ian Moore for Syracuse. High cross. Ball comes out. Flag goes up. Crowd a little nervous there as they saw number 13 Ryan Hall posting up right in front of the keeper, but the flag did go up and Ryan Hall was in the offside position.
They got out there, the assistant referee on the far side, keeping up with the play well, and easy coaching.
The bench is starting to unnotice. More of the yellow will come out. So, nice round of applause. Antonio Rio will come in. Rio with 1 goal, 2 assists on the season. Maybe the Saints are starting to rest some of the players who played the full 90 on Friday. Maybe need to be available next Saturday for the championship. Again, still time left in this one. David Lara gets it outside to Tim O'Neill. O'Neill can't find the ball there, goes out.
And the one thing throughout this season, Nicholas Santos has relied very much on a strong bench. Like Callaway, it's remarkable how much he's getting out of this team today when 5 key players back home in Syracuse not able to participate today. It says a lot. But still in this contest, it's still on one. And if they get a goal, then look out.
Here it comes, 2 on 3, and that's about as good as the numbers will probably get. Turned away that time, well run by Andres. Here's a 3 on 3 for Montreal. Return pass. Zaganga. Montreal had a better angle with the early shot. Opting to get the pass, and Zaganga closed down quickly.
Too many touches inside the penalty area, but it would have been a harsh one if that ball had ended up in the back of the net because there was a foul committed by the impact on the net.
Here's Dakota, gets around one. Commodore, wide open. Commodore with 8 goals on the season, but not showing any composure on that one.
No, it's the old thing we're talking coaching calls, it's power. No, let's get accuracy before power. Let's get the ball on target. The ball's played across by Roberto. He sets it up and then just leans back and then a lazy kick over the crossbar. You've got to make goalkeepers save the ball. Let's think of accuracy before power.
I'm not sure if that one's landed yet. Maybe too much time on that one. The hopes of the Syracuse team alive. Wins the header there, but no one running on. Two v3 is what Syracuse has in the attack now. They get wide the ball. Slows down. It's Dore. Slips to the defenders. David Lara. Inside the Mara. Mara really can't get the ball at his feet where he wants it. He's getting some frustrated looks there. You can read his face, and he wants the ball at his feet so he can turn around, and it's not happening tonight.
It's just that the quality of the final ball in is a little bit too far ahead, or it's a little bit too fast. And it's been evident both ends of the field tonight. Both Montreal and Syracuse have been guilty of a poor quality of the final ball in to the front players.
Even if Mara got to that one, which would have been difficult to do, really not much he could have done running away from the goal. And Montreal with the ball back. Wide to Zerberto. Uncharacteristic one touch from Zerberto. David Lara. Boy Barker. Sandro Grande. Now in the 77th minute, 1-1 here in Game 2, 3-1 the aggregate score. winner of the series goes on the A-League stage next Saturday. And at what point, if you're Syracuse, you just start playing forward? Down 2 goals.
It's probably the case where I'm sure we're going to see Byron Foss coming up for corner kicks late in the game. That always seems to be a tactic by goalkeepers if their team is losing.
That's what they do. Chris Williams. Nice patient stuff here from Montreal. Right up to the left. And then a pass easily right by Syracuse. Who's there? Can't get it that time. Ian Lone was there. Running through the middle of the field. Zerbo picks it up. Beats one. Gets it inside. Shot to the far post. Fox comes up. Zerbo with that quick burst of speed over. Nice save by Byron Foss.
And there we talk about the accuracy before the power, but quality goalkeeping by Byron Foss. Good positional play. And he held on to it.
Syracuse was the winner. Ball. To Rome. O'Neal just about half step away from getting a shot.
Until they make it a little bit easier for the Salty Dogs. They're not pushing up too much, they're just sitting back, defending a little bit too deep at times. And the Salty Dogs are just pushing players forward now. They have nothing to lose.
Gets it forward, Ball did well not to get the foul there, picks up the corner.
And here we see Roberto in front of the box. One hit shot across the goalkeeper. Good goalkeeping by Byron Foss. I thought he'd be offered his corner kick, but he's elected to stay in the centre circle.
Another big opportunity here for Syracuse. Gets it near post. Return pass. Gets it inside, opens up the field. Nice idea there from the midfield, trying to get a long range shot, but couldn't get it in the ball.
You sometimes see the balls going on they're driven across and the swerve takes it past the goalkeeper, but unfortunately not on target. But certainly they're starting to create the chances.
And it's a nice idea by Dory as well. So many bodies in front of the goal. And you get a deflection. Maybe a corner, and they proved before that anything chipped inside, all of a sudden, you know, eat that up, so a nice idea with a long range shot. There goes over the challenge. Boy Barker. Zero Barker seems to get it quicker as the game goes on. Tons of attack. Second half subs. Long range goals. Dory gets it back, gets it around his man. Opens up the box. And Sandro Grande there, as he always is, to knock it away. Corner kick to Syracuse. That last possession, players on the backside for Syracuse as well. Despite the fact 5 players didn't make trips for Syracuse, was down and they're still in this series. See that next goal. Ball forward. There we go. Takes it right back into danger. Here's Syracuse with a chance. I think the celebrates well. Look at it.
cool, calm, and collected. You certainly need to be that way, especially when things are starting to happen.
So Brian did well to come back and win it. Gets it to Zerberto. Well, Duke gets it away. Less than 10 minutes to go plus stoppage time. And it is Montreal that will go to the bench again. Looks like Sandro Grande will come out. We just had a huge play moments ago. Getting the clearance inside the 6. Adrian Cannon will come in. Grande did so well all game long, winning those loose balls, the 50-50 balls we talked about through the middle of the field, really clogging up the attack for Syracuse as well. He's out. See that opens up anything here for Syracuse. There, inside Kelly. Ball's loose. Ball's just going to take a chance to the set.
Long throws, they had problems against the long throws against Rochester in the second year. Double middle is launching some long balls into the Montreal area in that series. Wow, the same thing here with the Syracuse.
Here's Riviero. Good turn. To Cannon, which goes in. Zerberto loses speed. Loses control of the ball. Furley picks his pocket. Whoa. Gets it outside. Get a 3-on-7. Is what Syracuse has right now. So they're going to try to pull it back. Get some other midfielders involved. Here's Long. Sends a little ball. Pushes forward defensively. Once that comes back. Again, Montreal, not in the championship game since 1994. And DeSantis looks on. Knowing 7 minutes to go in this. And his team will get into the championship.
Watch always as close to the clock, but now with minutes of goals being scored in injury time, you can't afford to take your foot off the pedal. You've got to still keep competing and just keep denying the soccer team possession of the ball and these passes. At times they do sit back a little bit and make it a little easier for their opponents.
That's a little top there. Tim O'Neill had the back flick. Freeman is part there with a long-range shot. Well over the goal, Sidori comes in. Really, it's going to have chances like that all Montreal will allow here. And this game is Syracuse goes to the rest of Tim O'Neill into the game with Lex. The back flip, the J.D. Perry comes in.
By this Syracuse team down 10 players, they're playing against a team that has 4 first-team All-Stars, 1 second-team All-Star, also no main team for the Salty Dogs, but they certainly played as a team today and full credit to Larry Calloway. Still being in contention, 1-1 here, 5 minutes to play, and then they'll be playing with 10 men for a long period of this game.
Riviero picks up a yellow. 4 lines over. You're exactly right with the Syracuse team. I don't think a lot of people thought they would make it this far. Second-year franchise. Did extremely well with the attendance all year long and upset Richmond. The first round of the playoffs. And the Lord stands right there. Wondering if that's what we can get a foul on Syracuse. Something to take the restart. Riviero again in the books for the yellow card. It looks like they're just running out of gas again playing. Better part of this game. Down a man after Scott got red card. Could be a giveaway. Second rule. Clean it out.
Two very tired teams. A lot of running today. Ideal conditions. We know in this game, it's great conditioning. You've got two well-conditioned teams here, giving their all in what looks like a return to the championship final for the Montreal Impact.
Grueling schedule that the teams have. A lot of back-to-back weekends to prepare them for this postseason. Again, the two-leg aggregate series with a Friday-Sunday game. This is tired right now. Ribeiro just got the yellow card. Picks up another quick foul.
It's very tough because it's reckoned that you need 48 hours to recover from a 90-minute soccer game. Of course, the players haven't had that. Ribeiro challenging and then getting a foul. No rush here by the Montreal Impact. Williams is coming on the right side. Alabras is moved into the central side there. Now it's Toledo and Lloyd Barker on the left side of the back four for Montreal.
Catch up to it. Angle closed down nicely that time by Adam Barnes on the back line. Again, he's talked so much about this defensive organization and the way Montreal sets up their defense, cutting down the angles, blocking them in the middle. That's maybe part of the reason. 80 record, 19 shutouts on series ago. They were only able to shut out the Syracuse team one time during the season, and one time in the playoffs. It doesn't appear that the time will be enough tonight for Montreal to advance into the final. Here's Williams. Long continues to push forward. To Mayer. The far side. Hard tackle. That time by Barker. And again, this is another situation. Foss is looking at the bench to keep for Syracuse saying, hey, how far do you want me to go? I don't think he can go far enough at this point.
Yeah, Lloyd Barker making no attempt to play the ball, and then the free kick by Foss wanting to get inside the penalty area, but he's been told to stay in the centre circle by his coach.
So 5 inside the penalty area for the Chris Doré restart. Driven in. Well, misses it. Knocked away, and Montreal is just so dominant in the area. This is why Foss maybe didn't go to the 18. He's there to chip it back in. He's going to win the second ball here. Cleaned out by Williams. But again, pretty right now. You got a 2-goal lead in the aggregate series. Montreal just looking at the clock. Another foul by Syracuse. Now 4 minutes of stoppage time. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Syracuse. Basically that's one goal every 2 minutes. They need two to force an overtime in the series. After Syracuse lost the opening game, scored 2-0 on Friday night.
French goals against England. It is possible to score goals in the late stages of the game, but it looks unlikely in this particular game. Montreal continue to keep good defensive shape.
We've seen great late goals all season long in the USL on Fox Sports World. PDL championship won by Central Florida on the last second goal. In the regular season, lots of late goals. Let's see Syracuse to get one here. Walked away, they will pick up another corner.
And this time, Byron Foss is going to get inside.
There's no stop this time. Green jersey, right in the mix there. He's give it a shot here on the attack. Never understood why you bring the goalie on, drop a defender back, but that's inside the penalty area. Game one goes up. Syracuse, they're onside. Return, he can't. Throw out by Barker. Bring the goal, they might as well bring it to the defenders in as well. The first of 4 minutes of stoppage time. Long throw in. Montreal crowd. Starting to get behind there. They realize a trip back to the championship is very close.
It's not pretty at the moment, but Montreal just content to get the ball out of danger area. Of course, Syracuse back into the penalty area.
There's scoring. Mayer wins it back. Greg Sutton all the way out. Greg Sutton, not a keeper who stays, comes all the way out.
Brave goalkeeping there. You get a loose ball. Yes, you have the advantage of going in and making the save, but you do risk to the head. And first game, Byron Foss got a kick from Zerberto. He usually a ball just very loose. And again, great goalkeeping by
Montreal. Hanging on. Syracuse continues. They're not letting up. They're continuing. We have an injury here. Syracuse. So Caputo Lowe went down. Caputo Lowe actually arguing he's not the player down.
No, we didn't see it. Jose Farias, the FIFA official on his badge of years. It's centennial of FIFA this year. The World Governing Body of Soccer. Founded in 1904, and all kinds of celebrations. Match officials are awareness to celebrate.
Celebration is starting here as well. Curly that went down. Syracuse. Dory does well to keep it alive. But then blocked out. Attendance here, Montreal up 28%. And cities love a champion. And Montreal is very close. Seattle has something to say about that. They'll conclude their Western Conference Series tonight. Hard foul.
He's been a busy man today, Jose Farias. You look at match officials, coaches such as Nick DeSantis. Wouldn't necessarily agree with what he's done. It's a difficult position at the best of times to be a referee in a game. You have to make those calls. Sometimes teams blame unfairly because of decisions being made. There has been a controversy in the game today. Resulting in the penalty kick for Impact. But all credit to the Syracuse Soldiers for fighting 10 men still in this game.
And that will do it. The Montreal returns it to the championship. They have done it here at home. They take the series by having a score of 3-1. They are your conference champs. And will return back to the championship next Saturday. So the number one seed advances to the final. They knew coming in one goal and a 1-1 tie would do it, and it did. Syracuse fought valiantly, but not enough. Playing down the man. Final score here in Montreal, Quebec. 1-1. Montreal wins the series 3-1. They take the series by 3-1 over Syracuse. Later tonight out west. Syracuse eliminated, and out west championship will be Saturday. Next Saturday, Montreal will play the winner of the Western Conference. Vancouver and Seattle, Saturday, September 18th. That will do it. Montreal to the final. For my partner, Dick Howard, our producer, David Bolt, I'm Steve Bell. Montreal win it in the East. They're going to the final.